Hello. Welcome back. We're spinning today again. What's up? It still works, the Hanson. And it never fails. As soon as I hit go live, my phone starts notifying me that someone wants to chat. Hello. Gosh, Lee, you haven't been here in a while. No, wait, you were here last week, weren't you? You were just pretty quiet. Hello, Nyla. How is everybody? Tanya's up early. Alice, hello. The sound is, I checked the sound. Gosh, hello. How is everyone? Am I a minute early? I love when I'm a minute early. Alice, you inspired us. Kimberly said she's cold. I was going to answer you, and then I thought, well, I'll just answer in the live if you're here. So my sprayer and my sink, we have the old school sprayer, you know, on the side, the little plastic one. Hasn't worked it hasn't worked well for a long time. Andy's sick for the second time in a month. Sarah asked if I'm using my new wheel. I'm actually on my Hanson because I'm still spinning this stuff. So, a beer, hello. Lee said quiet is never a word that describes me. So I bought a new sprayer like a year ago while John was on a trip, over a year ago. And I was like, while he's gone, I'll just replace it. No problem. I could not get the old one off. It's like up in this little alcove and it was awful. So he just came downstairs for a second and then he went back up. I don't know. So anyways, it hasn't worked for a long time correctly. And today I was looking at your post and telling him that you said don't look at the weaving. And he was like, should I just work on that? Because we bought a faucet with a sprayer like yours kind of. I don't think it's the same one exactly. And I was like, well, if it's, I mean, I don't know what I'm asking you to do. And he's got it almost done. So you inspired us. Thank you. I'll have a sprayer again. Lisa said, good here in Florida, beautiful day, and did a lot of pruning on my lemon push tree. What's that? A beer, I was wondering, I was going to ask you. I know you were traveling. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? Time is going by so fast, isn't it? Oh, Bush. Got it. Deb, hey, are you in the car or are you home? Crystal said, Alaska can have its weather back. Yeah, we have had quite the weekend. Like, it's just a lot of snow this weekend. The last couple days. Abir said, I'm visiting mom in Toronto. I knew you were I was going to say Canada, because sometimes we say that as a joke here. If I say it accidentally, I do know it's Canada. We just think it's funny. Hey, Kai and Sharon, look at this. I love it. Carrie said, too right. Gosh, Carrie, how you doing? Carla said, hello, sweet Trish and Tribe. I hope everyone is having a great day. Happy crafting hugs. Just don't hug me with the scissors. Sarah said the weather in Virginia has been unusually warm. Knit Design said, Abir, which land of ice and snow? I'm Alaska. Andy said, yeah, we actually have beautiful sunny day here today in rainy Oregon. It is actually, the sun is shining here. So like Carrie is going to have sunshine, or maybe already does, soon. Crystal said, we finally hit a whopping 1 degree. Okay, it was in the 20s here, so. Caitlin said, I preferred yesterday's weather here in Florida, the 60s, but today is just hot. Lucky. I'm kind of jealous. Abir said, Ontario. Nikki said, minus 27 this morning. Where are you, Nikki? My goodness. Deb said, hey, in the passenger seat. Okay, so she's in the car. We will be home at like 4. Okay. Gosh, that's a long drive. Lisa said, evening all, maybe not snow and ice, but we have strong enough winds to cancel the ferries. Oh, so no fresh supplies tomorrow. Well, hopefully it doesn't last long. Jenny and Clyde said, hello, everyone. Below 0 here in sunny Minnesota. So if it's sunny in Minnesota, that means we're going to have sun for a while because it comes right across. Alice said, Caitlin, what? It's not even 80 degrees here in Central Florida. Where are you and what's the temp? Carrie said, I'm doing okay. Med issues mucking things up, but okay, I'm sorry. Oh, Montana. No wonder. Carrie said, no sun yet. It's coming. Kai asked, what am I spinning today? You just missed it, Kai. It's BFL Silk that John dyed. I cannot remember the name. I think it was Pollywogs. Carrie said Dan is happy about that. Is Dan happy about the darkness? The sunshine? Oh my goodness. Tanya said, major flooding in Auckland where my daughter lives and it's summer. Daughter is fine. Good. My gosh, flooding is like the worst. I mean, I know other things are horrible too. Like fire is horrible as well because both of them, you literally just sit there and watch it happen because you can't do anything about it and you want to control it and stop it and you can't. So flooding is just awful. I'm sure there's other stuff like that. Please don't think I'm minimizing anything else. Teresa said we may get ice this week too. Oof. Kai said it's been in the 40s for me, not cold at all. Lucky. I will take 40s in February and January. Linda said, hello, cold is coming your way. It's 7 degrees currently in Iowa. Crystal said, ooh, yay, ice cream. Deb said, super long. I drove for a whopping hour and a half. Joni is trying to get home for the Eagles. And I drive slow. Okay. Hey, Dion. It's been a long time. How are you? Caitlin said, Alice, I'm in the central west coast on the water. My thermostat reads 82, but the sun is just beating down. I am so jealous right now. You don't understand. Knit Design said, scary flooding in Auckland. I have friends there that that thankfully are safe, but it's been terrible. That is awful. Auckland, am I saying it wrong? Someone help me. Michelle said, as of Friday, I have shingles. Oh no, please get the vaccine if possible. I would hate for any one of you to have this. I am so sorry, Michelle. So painful, miserable. I haven't had them, but my sister did, and they were like up, on her scalp and her forehead, and she said it was just horribly painful. Shaylee said, big snow here, yes. Elsbeth, hello. Jenny and Clyde said, spinning Corriedale on my Nano for a hat. That's nice. Dion said, I'm good. Hope I am great. I'm great this year. Kai said, no snow, just rain. Lori said, hey, Linda Bowman. I too am in Iowa. 9 degrees here. Look at you guys. Let's see. Okay, Dan said, Carrie meant that I am happy about the cold weather. I'm hoping for ice. Oh, Dan does the polar plunge to raise money for the Special Olympics with a team, right, Dan? Last year, weren't you Disney princesses? Because they dress up. Alice said, am I remembering that right? I know I saw Disney princess pictures. Alice said, you're my Caitlin, but you didn't change your name on YouTube. Oh, okay. 82 isn't bad. Put up an umbrella if you got to be outdoors. Linda said minus 19 here in northern Alberta, normal for this time of year, but we just had a week of above freezing and melted most of our snow. I think that's a little bit why I'm kind of not happy to see the snow, because we got a little spoiled, because we had way warmer than normal temps since Christmas, really. So yeah, a beer. I was just gonna say, are you weaving? Lisa asked if a beer was weaving yet. Sarah said, I would like to have a good snow at least once this winter. Where are you, Sarah? I don't remember. Jody said, first time catching you live for me. Welcome, Jody. Love following along with this community, spinning along on my EE Nano 2. Hello, Brenda. Kai said, a beer that's so exciting. Kimberly said, I had shingles vaccine and my reaction to it was so severe, but evidently not uncommon. I definitely don't want the infection. Praying for your speedy recovery. I am praying for your recovery. That's just awful. Okay, Sarah's in Virginia. Alice said, a beer. I can't wait to see your work. I can't wait either. Hello, Arini. How are you? Is your package there yet? Can you tell I've been thinking about you? Sorry, a little fluff got on my nose. A beer said I had a project left. I left a project on my 28-inch. I hope it's okay. No, Alice, I am on the Hanson. I really should have set up a camera, right? I did finish the BFL singles from the Paradise box. So, hey lady, said I actually caught a live. Welcome. P.S. I have mountains of snow here in Minnesota to share with you all. I'm good, thank you. You can keep your snow. Elizabeth said abnormally sunny but cold today, 35 degrees. Yesterday it was sunny and 50. Wow, 50. That feels like spring. Dion said the day before it snowed like crazy. I was skipping to the mailbox and thinking, wow, we haven't had any major snow. Sorry. Okay, wait a minute. I got to turn my speed up just a hair. Michelle said, thank you. Dan said, Abir said, thanks, Alice. Dan said, 2020 was Disney princesses. Oh, Care Bears, right. Sorry. I can see how I mixed that up, though. This year, they're going to be Tooth Fairies. I love it. Shetland Spinner, hello. Irini said, I am fine. I will message you. Okay. I hope everything's okay. Hello, Venus. Venus said, you can have my snow too. Again, I'm good. I'm set. All set on the snow. Victoria said, while I have been enjoying the warmer than normal weather, a trip to the local orchard to restock apples made me see that we really need cold weather. As this warm weather is bad for the fruit trees, do they struggle to bud after a warm winter? Do they? Somebody was saying that we really need the snow for the fruit trees, but I don't know what the, reason is. Alice said, Elsbeth, you're way up there in Canada, aren't you? Kai said, almost done with the BFL. Nice. Mine's done. I've been trying to decide what I'm going to do next on that wheel. Actually, I have a project I got to finish on that wheel. Ignore me. Irini said we have such hot winter here in Greece. Hello, Kelly. Kelly said, hi, everyone from snowy central Michigan. Ugh. Hope I said that right. Terry said it's 35 degrees out, and that is going to be our high for the day. I had to go to the bank really quickly and get some cash because John is going to go pick up Mexican food for us this afternoon, and the place doesn't take anything but cash. Maybe you can write a check. I don't know, but I don't have checks either. And so I went to pick up some cash, and it was like 21 degrees out, so not too bad. But sunny. It just seems so much easier to tolerate when it's sunny. Abir said, Elsbeth, you're West Coast, right? Alice said, Irini, how much higher than average? Dion said, I'm going to go there. Why are you on your Hanson? What is the question? What do you mean? I had a project going on it, and it was right here. So, I guess because I'm lazy? Elsbeth said to Alice, I don't know about way up there, just about 3 hours north of Seattle. That's pretty far up there. Arlene said, first time viewer, welcome. From Ontario, just getting into spinning. Welcome, Arlene. Victoria said, reminder to hit the like button. Please do if you can. I do appreciate it. It helps me. Whenever you guys like, comment, all that stuff helps. That helps people find our group too. Lisa said the warm weather makes the apple trees bud early. Okay, so our neighbor's tree, it's not an apple tree, I don't know what kind of tree it is, was budding. We were walking to the park the other day and I said, look, the other day, like a week or two ago, and John was like, holy cow, there was buds on the trees. Linda said, I always have spring fever in January. I just put in a pre-order for fruit trees. They don't arrive till the end of May, which is when we can finally plant for the season. That's when we can plant too here, Linda. I'm ready to look at seed catalogs, even though I don't know if I'll buy seeds this year because I have so many. Sarah said Virginia's weather has been a roller coaster. One day 20, the next 60. I've had so many sinus colds because of the constant change. Oh, have you? I would say we've had some pretty big swings in like temp and stuff, but um it has been a nice winter for us. Depends on who you ask, I guess. Brenda said it's 17 in North Idaho, where I'm at. Skies are a beautiful blue and it's sunny. Oh gosh, I think that means I'm going to have sun for a while. Carrie said everything is easier when it's sunny. Why though? I agree with you. You know I agree with you 100%, but why? Dion said, okay, how are you enjoying the EE6? I've not touched it again yet. I've been super busy. It doesn't seem like I have. But I'm going to moderate for Super Sock World Championship this year, and we agree to help test the patterns. So I have been knitting fancy sock after fancy sock and not working on really anything else. Venus said I went ahead and ordered the Clemis and Clemis Elite convertible drum carder. Should be here Wednesday. I'll let you know what I think. How do you like your classic? I love it. Carrie said Mexican sounds awesome. Alice said Pizzadillas for the win. Dion said, Venus, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. I mean, I would like to hear what you think of it. I've looked at them, and they have a similar carding cloth to the Strouch ones on the liquor in part. Doesn't get as much caught on it, so I'm sure you're going to like that part. Hey, lady said, I've already been looking at seeds. Spring fever is early this year for me. I can never decide when to start, when is like really the right time to start my indoor seeds. So, but I love doing it. I love growing stuff. It makes me feel so much better in the winter. It's kind of silly. Alice said, oh, I guess that's not technically Mexican food. So he's picking up what they call them botanas. I've never heard of them before. Are you going? Bye. Are you taking Donkey?
No.
Okay. Could get interesting. He's looking for his keys. Venus said, oh, sorry. Kimberly said, Venus, I've used a CNC electric carder and I love it. Wish I could fit one in my budget. Andrew said, spinning up some BFL pigtails. Nice. Be careful. Oh, Donkey's not going to like that John's leaving. In the American Diner colorway, red, blue, brown, and gray. So cold here in Colorado, 7 degrees. Mindy said most all PES, what is that? Need 500 to 1,000 hours of temperature below 45 to be able to set fruit, but there is some variation. That's interesting. Carrie said, I wish I knew. It's like we're plants and I just have more energy. Well, I mean, it is like we're plants. See, he's already groaning. Can you guys hear him? He's like, rah, rah, my dad just left. It's okay. Kimberly said, yep, I'm planning my seed starting timeline now. Kai said, okay, I have to go before my phone dies. Bye, Kai. Carrie said, donkey. I mean, he loves me, but he loves Jean more. And that's totally cool. Lisa said, I usually get a winter garden here in Florida. Have yet to get the plants and seeds in the ground. Shar said, it's really cold here in Edmonton. I'm busting to find out about your new spinner. I really enjoy watching you. Thank you and welcome. And I haven't spun on it more yet. I had like projects going on 3 different wheels, and I felt like I really need to wrap some of it up, if that makes sense. Cindy says, start your seeds 8 weeks before your Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. That helps me so much. I knew somebody here would just like give me a here. I did start lettuce to grow in the house. I've done that before. Lisa said, Earth sign folks really like to have their hands in the dirt. Are you? I'm a Taurus, so yes, I'm with you. I am an Aries. I think that's a fire. I'm not sure, but I'm an Aries. And I am like square in the middle. I don't really know what that means either. But like I'm in the very center. Brenda said I have 36 skeins of yarn to wash. Wow. From Green Mountain Spinnery, they have a couple of sales a year on off weights. That's cool. He's still groaning about John leaving. Venus said, I know it's expensive. It was a bucket list item. Got a little from my dad's estate. Venus, I feel like it's a good investment though. You know what I mean? I've heard nothing but good things. Sharon said, I live in Connecticut, 30 to 50s for most of this winter, a few times in the 20s, no snow. Northwest corner of Connecticut sees more snow, but even they are low so far. Wow. We have had nothing, or we've gotten completely hammered with snow. Alice said to Lisa, I'm about to start my first condo garden. Nice. Should plant now, you say? Hey, lady said converting an antique treadle sewing machine table into a spinning wheel. Very cool. Should be functional next weekend. Dion said, I know for the CNC you don't get different Carter teeth. It's supposed to be able to handle all microns of wool. Interesting. Alice said, have dirt, we'll start seeds. I have my little grow house all set up. Like it has lights in it. It's got a heater in it. Right now it just has strawberries that I started from seed. Just cross your fingers that they make it. Would you? I want them to make it to spring. Elspeth said, I'm going to pull out a mystery alpaca and start washing all day today. Nice. Can you hear him? What's the matter, Groany McGronerton? He will come back. Shar said, okay, I totally Do you? Thank you. I promise that I will get an update when I know more. Abir said, yes, that is a fire sign. I don't really know that much about my sign, honestly. I'm not like closed-minded to it. I just don't know a lot. Athena said, yes, Aries is a fire sign. I am one too. Irene said, Alice, it's 5 to 6 Celsius higher than it should be on average. Wow. Sorry. Lisa said, Alice, you can grow cold weather vegetables like lettuce, kale, peas. Nice. Yep, Abir said you got all that alpaca. Okay, Alice said, yes, Trish, Aries is a fire sign. Cindy, we never know when any frost will happen here, but I'm betting it's safe now. You know what else is not good? Is John is, I think, Aquarius. Maybe that's good. Is it Aquarius? What is the water carrier? Is that Aquarius? And so I'm fire and he's water, which I guess you could consider it good or it could be bad. Carrie said that totally makes sense, Trish. I don't like having more than 5 total projects going at once. I don't think ever had this many spinning projects going at once. And when I do that, I struggle to get any progress made because I can't decide which one to work on. So I just decided to pick one and get to the end. That's why I finished those singles this morning, because it was like, make progress already, Trish. Come on. Michelle said it's been a very mild winter overall. It has in the U.S. anyway. Katie said I started my first cardigan last night. Nice. Alice said, Irene, that's bad. I'd look into planting early if you garden. Oh, wow. Okay. Elizabeth said, I've got about 60 pounds in bins. I'm just going to reach in, grab one out of a bag, and hope for the best. Kimberly said, now is the time to start herbs and some flowers indoors. Okay, so I'm going to start new. When I went on my trip to my mom's, all my basil died. I didn't ask John to water the plants, and I didn't remind him, and that is not where his mind is at. So they didn't get watered, but not his fault. Really, it's not his thing. You know what I mean? So I've got to start new ones, and I want chamomile. So I'm going to get the herbs going. Mindy said, I'm just sprouting wheat for the chickens. That's fun. Kimberly said, Trisha, I would say we probably do, Kimberly, because we're fairly close to the same latitude, I think. Venus said, I live in an apartment, so no yard, and my balcony is not on the side of the apartment that gets enough sun, so I can't grow things on it. That's a bummer. Alice said, Trish, astrology is just fun. I'd give it the same amount of weight as any other. Yeah, I do, Alice. I agree. Oh, Aquarius is air. I might have it wrong. It is, his birthday is in like 2 weeks. Is that Aquarius? I'm so bad at those. Can you tell? Dion said, I'm almost done. First sweater spin of the year. Congratulations. Oh, and I finished the purple singles, but I haven't started plying yet. So I am doing stuff. But I feel kind of weird because I can't show those socks. And I want to because they are so cool. I hope some of you guys are going to do that because those socks are so cool. Let's see. Alice said water bear notwithstanding. Mindy said so many of my fall seeded plants sprouted and were lost in a subsequent freeze. Oh no. All right, here's a good one for you guys. I bought, I think, 25 pounds of wildflower seeds. I can't remember the mix, but it was from Eden Brothers. You can look it up. And we're going to plant them in the runoff area that we put in 2020 during our flooding. And because we didn't really plant anything there except grass. And we're going to overplant those. How early can I do that? Can I do it before the frost date? I really want to. I can't wait. And it's going to be like a pollinator area. Knit Design said knitting now, but after the live I have a tech edit job to finish, then hoping to finish putting my new loom together. That's nice. Brenda said, Carrie, I am the same way. 5 total projects is about all I want at once. Less is even better. Hello, Rhonda. Carrie said, yes, Brenda, though more hobbies means less projects in any of them. Alice said, I've got ants in my basil. Oh, no. Good thing I got more seeds for the big planter. Do they eat it or kill it? What do they hurt it? Dion said, I want to start some flowers for natural dyeing. Somebody else last week was talking about a dye garden. Elizabeth said, I'm ready to apply my second 6 ounces for her sweater spin. You guys are killing it. Alice said, Aquarius is known as the water bear, but it's an air sign, so you're not wrong. Okay. Hello, Evie. She said, when you finish spin, they say transfer to extra bobbin and start the yarn from that end to knit. I have never heard of that. What is the purpose of that? Rita said, hey, better welcome, Rita. How are you? How's South Carolina, right? Brenda said, Carrie, I know, and over the last couple of years, I have added more hobbies, for example, weaving. I do not count weaving projects. That makes no sense, but I don't. Rhonda said, I have such a brown thumb, it's useless for me to try to grow anything. I'm sorry, Rhonda. You know what I cannot grow is a fern to save my life in the house. Outside, no problem. But I've killed so many ferns, I stopped buying them. Alice said, I have some wildflower seeds, maybe not local, but contained. If on the balcony, should I dedicate a row? That would be so nice. Hello, Anne. I'm sorry Jason Momoa is not here this week. Elizabeth said, thanks, Carrie. I'm super excited. That's my first sweater spin ever. Your first one ever? I guess I did know that. Venus said, I don't like more than 3 going projects. Makes me anxious. Lisa said, Trisha, if you already have grass there, it will outcompete. Will it? Okay. You need to go over it with a rake and take out all dead bits of grass, etc. Okay. We will do that, Lisa. We were wondering exactly what we needed to do. And the flowers are all perennial. So I was actually thinking they would choke the grass out. And the grass isn't very thick because it's only been there for 2 years. But we will do that. We'll run they call it a power rake. We'll do that over it and make sure we get everything off. Like get the thatch off. Katie said, I'm starting a dye garden this spring. I will be planting in my new green stalk planter. I don't know what that is. Is that like one of those hydroponic thingies? Rita said just finished applying the next 8 ounces of my. You guys are killing it. It's crazy. Of her sweater soaking now. Tabitha said, "Hi Trish, finally get to join the Fibre tribe. I have a few minutes before going to work another hour shift. So happy to be here. Welcome, Tabitha. Love it." Lisa said, "Apparently that is the way to make true worsted." Oh yes, if you spin with all the fibers going from butt to tip, then ply them that way. I did not know that you were supposed to spin it back onto another bobbin first. I don't get that. Why does that matter? I do get the butt to tip thing, although I don't do it. Elizabeth said to Rhonda, "My thumbs are brown. They're black. I even kill the plants that are supposed to be impossible to kill." Kimberly said, "Wildflower seeds are fine to sow prior to thaw." Oh, good. Just protect them from the birds. They'll germinate when it's time for them. Okay. I kind of thought they would be okay because, like, my daisies don't even die in the winter completely. Elspeth said, "Yet. Jason's not here yet. He was here last week." Anne said what Lisa said about, right? We will do that. We were kind of wondering, like, what do we actually have to do? Because we do also get pine needles dropped right there. So I'll want to get those out of the way as well. Oh, okay. So Knit Design has a new 32-inch Ashford loom. Katie said Greenstalk is a vertical planter. Okay, neat. Rhonda said it's just so cool, the knowledge in this group, not just Fibre. I have learned so much from this group, and I need it. I need help. Help me. Alice said, "My balcony is screened." Oh, bird resistance covered. Nice. Michelle said, "We've been here for 2 years and it's time for new flower beds." Last year, I dug weeds and weeds and weeds out of our flower beds and added some new beds in the backyard. So this year, I'm going to work on the front. And I'm going to add some more perennials to the back. But that's just one of those things where, you're just always trying to, Okay. Mindy said most of the perennial mixes don't bloom the first year. You might want to throw a few. Oh, we probably won't put annuals in only because it's just going to be a long-term project. And like I said, there is grass there now. Hello, Black Crow Cottage just got in from shoveling snow. Rockstar. Kimberly said most perennial seeds require a frost period to germinate, so you can plant now. So when the snow melts, we'll have to take care of it because I'm sure we'll have more frost in between. Lisa asked, "You guys have yellow rattle? It's a semi-parasitic flower that feeds off of grass, which keeps it weak enough for the flowers to grow." I don't know, but I'll look for it because I don't know. I've never heard of that. But that doesn't mean anything because I'm not that knowledgeable when it comes to gardening. I'm pretty good with my vegetable garden, but with flowers, I really don't know a lot. Judy said, "Hi, Trish. Hello. First time here. Howdy. Welcome." Tabitha's first time too. Anne said, "Plan to reseed after they start sprouting too. The squirrels and birds are hungry in the spring." Darn those squirrels out. Anyways, they drive the dogs crazy. Rita said, did not know that, Mindy. I planted bulbs for Mom last year." You guys, has anyone ever done this before? I sent my mom 3 months of the bulbs of the month club for Christmas from Harry and David. She has been sending us pictures like a couple times a week of her growing, like, because they send more than one type of flower at a time, and she is having the best time with those. And it's so cute. She sends them to John and me both. Dion said, "Rewinding worsted singles lets you ply in the direction you smoothed." Yes. Victoria said, "This year I have to try to raccoon proof my garden. I was blaming rabbits and it was a raccoon the whole time." So Dion, on that topic, I can understand doing that, I guess, if you are spinning it worsted butt to tip. But does it really matter if it's not, if the singles weren't spun butt to tip? To me, it just doesn't make, my brain says that doesn't make sense unless you're doing the true worsted like that. Victoria said, don't want to hurt him, just keep him from, yes, being so destructive to my tomatoes. Do they do that? Do the raccoons like the tomatoes? We have deer fence up because the deer will eat, you guys know they eat my hostas right down to the ground. Right in front of the house. Elizabeth said, lots of first timers today. How exciting. It is wonderful. I'm so glad that we're still growing. And I really appreciate that you guys are always so welcoming. And I just think it's nice. It can be kind of intimidating to move into a group that, you know, is like us. We're chatty. We know each other. And so I just really appreciate that you guys are so welcoming. Rhonda said, we're expecting more winter weather starting tomorrow evening through Wednesday. I'm trying to finish a hat for hubby before it hits. I think you can do it. Victoria said, they are cute, but so mischievous. They are. Judy said, I can't grow anything outside. Deer come right up to the house and eat everything. I grow indoors. Okay. Yeah, here too, Judy. They're horrible. I mean, I love them. You guys know I love them. But I got to move the hostas. I'm just going to dig the front hostas up and move them to the backyard where the fence keeps the deer out, because they literally ate them down to the ground this year. They would shoot up a little sad couple more leaves and they would just come and just. Victoria said, we had to put a deer fence to protect it. I cannot read. It has been a project. Rita said, I found that hair from my hairdresser works great. Okay, we'll try it. Anne said, I had to replant sunflower seeds 3 times because of the dang squirrels. I bet they love them. I don't know why, but they can't just eat all the hickory nuts they plant. Yeah, here's the acorns. Because we have a big oak tree on the side of the house. And the squirrels just, they get acorns all the time. It's like, just eat your acorns already. I saw you hiding them. I'm moving. I lost some, you guys. Rhonda said, I'm more than halfway and it's worsted. Thanks, Alice. You can do it. Victoria said, deer fence doesn't stop rabbits or raccoons. You know, we don't have too much trouble with that. Tomatoes. Anne said, hosta is deer crack. Indeed. They cannot stay away. Alice said, just so they decide it's not tasty, unlike squirrels who don't care and ate all my jalapenos. Aw, Carrie. Carrie said, you've set a welcoming example for us. Everybody's welcome. Don't let me hear different. You know me. Dion said, yes, because you're still smoothing. If you don't, you are unsmoothing your worsted. That being said, no spinning police here. I mean, I'm still interested in hearing like the reasoning behind doing certain things, you know? Jessica said, deer eat pretty much all of my plants every year. I planted some daffodil bulbs. They're supposed to deter the deer, but I'm not setting my heart on it. And I live right in town. Oh, Jessica, good luck. I hope that works. I need to split my daffodils this year. I probably won't get it done though. I'm just telling you the truth. Kimberly said, I didn't mention I am spinning on my new to me e-spinner. How I acquired it is a great story. I shared it in the Facebook group, but it's not through admin yet. Huh. Kimberly, you shouldn't be on post approval. That's weird. I don't even know how to look at that, but I will try to figure it out. Jody said, my dog eats my cherry tomatoes and zucchini right off the bush. Really? Those are both nightshades. Some dogs don't do well with those. Victoria said, hosts can be eaten by humans too. Hostas. They are very tasty when young. I did not know that. Really? What do they taste like? You guys are so smart. I'm growing food I didn't even know I was growing. Katie said, I'm having problems with predators right now trying to get my chickens. Deer are eating everything, and yes, raccoons will eat tomatoes. Huh. I guess raccoons will eat anything, right? Evie said, I have a German Shepherd, and I put all her hair in my backyard. No other furry animals, thanks to her. I've often wondered why the deer are so brave at our house because of our dogs, but they are brave. I mean, they're considered a nuisance animal here. Teresa said the deer have never touched our hostas. They do eat just about everything else. Hi, Shelly. She said, hope everyone is doing well. I'm trying to spin the rest of my paradise fiber from December. This has not been my easiest spin. Could be my newbiness is showing. What is the trouble you're having, Shelly? Lisa said, I've got to the bit where I need to separate the thumb on my mittens, and I reckon that requires too much concentration. So glad there are other. I'm glad too. I'm glad too because I need your advice on the gardening stuff. Kimberly said, growing outside is challenging for me because of my flocks. Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, lady said, I have an inside outside cat. He keeps all animals away. However, now I get dead animals on the front porch. Those are gifts. Lisa said, Last Pie magazine suggested that doing the true worsted thing completely minimizes any possible prickle from plying in opposite direction to smoothing. Interesting. Tracy said, my dog ate tomatoes too. Hey, Tracy. He also ate plums. Our dogs will eat almost any kind of fruit or vegetable. Like Luther won't eat bananas, but Donkey will. And Gus would. Victoria said, hostas taste like a green vegetable. Hard to describe. Maybe I'll try it. Yep, Rhonda said, you can do it, Shelly. You totally can do it. Alice said, there are a lot of noobs here. If you're already on December spin, you're ahead of me. I just totally skipped December. Venus said, I grew snow peas when my kids were younger, and I was never able to harvest them. The kids ate them off the vines. Well, I can remember picking those. My dad loved growing snow peas when I was a kid, and he would always take me into the garden to pick whatever was ready. So I've eaten snow peas right off the vine. I'm not going to lie. Elizabeth said, Teresa, maybe your deer are in Deer AA for the deer crack. That's right. Hosta's Anonymous. Dan said, I'm sure that John or I could take care of all your deer infestations. We're not allowed, though, Dan. Oh, no, I guess he could with a bow. I never thought about that. He really won't shoot a doe very often. Kimberly said, I have a lot of posts that What? Really? How do you know that, Kimberly? Do you get a message? I better Google how to check that. I'm not sure exactly where to look. Lee said, do you have a plan for the other wool? I don't yet. In the Paradise Fibers bag last month. I don't. Brenda said, I think the foliage part of the nightshade plants, are the troublesome, dangerous part of the plant for dogs, not the fruit itself. I know I read recently, Brenda, that they can be a problem for some dogs. And it was like no onions either. You know, we're always reading stuff about what we can and can't give our dogs, so because we like to give them like just a little teeny piece of certain things. Shelly said it seems harder to pull from the roving even after pre-drafting a bit. I haven't tried to draft it yet. Have you tried maybe, Shelly, spinning it from the fold? So, hang on. Where's the other end of this? Here it is. So if you pull some off, then you can put it over your finger like this, or you can just hold it like this and then spin it this way, draft it like that. Try it and just see how it drafts. Maybe that won't be helpful. Kimberly said, I decided you can have free range chickens and sleep or landscaping, but not both. Oh, sheep or landscaping, but not both. Mindy said the daffodils won't be eaten by the deer, but they will probably eat the other food, unfortunately. I haven't yet naturalized daffodils and still fed the deer's my garden. Ella said, because there's nothing controversial, remember it's Facebook. Yeah, I've got to check that. I didn't realize that, and I would have thought that it would tell me. It's weird. Sarah said I've given up on gardening. The soil at my house is really good, and the weeds grow like a jungle. I have spent days weeding out my garden in just a week. Yes, the jungle is back. So Sarah, this year I was thinking about getting that stuff that you roll out and it has the holes for you to plant your plants in. I think I'm going to do it this year just to keep the weeds down. Lisa said, Sarah, have you tried the no dig method? Theory is that by mulching, you don't get the same amount of weeds. It really seems to work for some folks. I have to check that too. Hello, Angela from Ohio. Victoria said, I heavy mulch for weed suppression. I use leaves from winter. Okay. Well, we have leaves. Anne said, I'm starting a pair of gloves for my husband. Y'all wish me luck on all those fingers. You can do it, Anne. Just one finger at a time. Sounds real weird, doesn't it? Rhonda said, Shelly, this may sound weird and still may not work. Try from the other end. Oh, that's worth a try also. Doreen, hello. I have a question. Has anybody used a single of alpaca in a combo spin? I have done a 3-ply with 3 different sheep breeds, but I'm unsure about the adding alpaca. Can you sample it? I would sample it, but I would not be afraid to do that. Shelly said the deer ate a bunch of my hostas this year. First time they did this, we may have too many deer now. I mean, I think we're having the same thing here, Shelly. Okay, that would be good, Kimberly. Do that. Just because maybe it'll help me understand. And is it possible someone can automatically go on that? I don't know. I wish I knew more about how it works. Dion said I might be one of those weird people who love spinning from the fold. I do like it. I weirdly feel like it goes more slowly. I'm sure it doesn't, but I think my brain has a block there. That was Donkey. Andrew said, I highly recommend spinning December from the fold. I didn't, but wish I had. Might keep the colors clearer. Alice said, Lisa, I'm saving up my wool nubs for mulch as we speak. I have used wool for mulch, and it's great. Mindy said, I love the deep mulch method. So interesting. Shelly said, I will try to draft that way. I mean, give it a try. Or you can try from the other end first. I mean, because that will be easier if you can just do it that way. Elizabeth said, Doreen, I haven't, but I should totally do it. You should totally do it. Sorry. Lisa said, Alice, let us know how you get on. Some folks report that slugs like it under the fleece and proliferate. I did not have slugs under mine, but we don't have a big slug problem. I see them very rarely. Anne said, Sarah, try raised beds. We put down weed cloth first. We've been gardening like this for decades. Oh, gosh, Kimberly, no. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Why didn't you ask me? She said, I just thought you were mad at me, but didn't know why. It's terrible. Sarah said, I have used the weed tarp, wet newspaper, heavy duty tarp, removing a couple layers of soil and introducing new soil. I've tried mulching. Wow. We have crazy weeds also. But I just keep knocking them down. Alice said, depending on what's in the soil I had shipped in, we'll see, but it was uber dry, so I doubt slugs were part of the equation. Lisa said you can get paper, biodegradable weed fabric. That's what I want. Because I didn't want plastic. No use for my Windy Croft, but for others. I think I'm going to look for it. Thank you, Lisa. Gosh, you guys are so smart. I love it. Knit Design said, I'm laughing at deer talk. Here it's moose, but there is not a fence. No, tall enough to keep them out. They're scary too. Karen said, hello, everyone. Have I told you today I love you all and appreciate I can't say it. And I'm so appreciative of our fiber pack. I love you too, Karen. Lisa said, Elizabeth, I've got Ruthless and feed them to the chickens. The slugs? The chickens will eat the slugs? I guess they will. They love bugs, right? Carrie said, I'm spinning from the fold right now. A crazy roving with threads and sari silk and wool and bamboo. Sounds cool. Athena said to Lisa, I heard the no dig method is also wonderful for microorganisms and small earthy animals. Seems like less work and more benefits. Carrie said, oh, that's a heart. She didn't say it. Lisa said, which hand do you ply from the fold with? I can't work it out. What do you mean ply? I don't know what you mean. Which hand do you ply from the fold with? I wouldn't do it any differently. Lisa said, yes, Athena, great method, but no, an island, no trees. Oh, getting sufficient mulch is hard. Tracy said we use tree trimmer chips down in our garden and then just move it aside when we plant. It really cuts. That sounds nice. Karen said I have really bad moles. We do also have very bad moles in the garden. Not on me in the garden doing raised beds this year. Nice. Oh, Alice. Rita said sometimes just pulling them is the only way. We'll try paper, but I get lots of weed. Bye, Dion. Mindy said layer the weeds up to a foot deep and then you cut all the weeds. Just lay them on top of the pile. Oh, interesting. Karen said my chickens chase squirrels with murder in their eyes. I love it. Venus said chickens will eat mice. I need chickens then. Anne said commercial mulch can introduce weeds. I have a major wild violet problem. I also do. In my from flower beds after buying mulch from a new source. Ours have been here the whole time we've been here. But man, they are everywhere. Chris said regarding the December Paradise bag, it looks and feels like an Ashford Merino silk blend. After this live chat, I will post an article on techniques for spinning their product. It might give some of us ideas to spin. I haven't tried that yet, so I would like to read it. Andrew said we use burlap sacks. That's a good idea. As weed barrier under mulch, I get them from the local coffee roasters for free. They would just throw them away. Sarah said I've been here 20 years. I'm tired of fighting. Oh, a beer. Thanks for saying it. Lisa told me. She messaged me. I've been planning to do a giveaway. I was thinking about it today. I was like, you got to do it, girl. That our group and Facebook reached 1,000 members. So I am going to do a giveaway in there. Karen said, I'll take your violet problem. Come get my violets. Go get them. I probably dug up 20 or 30 pounds just in the front yard this year. Lisa said, didn't mean ply spin. When I do short forward fiber in my left, but when I do long draw fiber in right. So which hand for fold spin? So if that's how I did it, because I always hold the fiber in my right, I would hold it in my left because you're going to draft kind of similarly to a short forward still. Well, you don't have to, but I think to start, you probably might want to try it that way. Mindy said, violets are edible, flowers, leaves, and stems. Really? How about the little tubers? You know, it's not really a root. It's not a bulb. I don't know what they're called. Corms, maybe? Chris said it was written by Jillian Moreno. Linda said we have cattle, so my garden is 100% old manure. I bet that's wonderful. Lots of weeds as my garden is only 2 years old, but they are easy to pick because the soil is so nice and my garden grows like crazy. That's okay, Chris. I am getting some more dirt moved in for my garden this year because we have really sandy soil. We're close to the beach, like 3 miles at the most. So, the sand is inland a bit and it drains really fast. And I want to move some black dirt in so it'll hold some more moisture. Rita said, yeah, I just got my barbecue chicken. Now can listen better. All this chicken talk made Rita hungry for chicken. Shelly said, I love my wild violets. I did not know they were edible. I don't think mine are wild. I think that they planted them here and then they just went super crazy. Alice said, random, want to know why it sounds like someone's stomping on the ceiling? Oh, when I'm on the top floor. Is your house haunted? Could that be? Black Crow Cottage said I used broken down cardboard boxes in my garden to I have done that before. And it does work. To retain moisture and get rid of weeds. Michelle makes violet jelly. I have actually heard of that, but I haven't done it. Lisa, what's the matter, buddy? Daddy's coming back. Lisa said, wow, what did you use violet jelly for? Karen said violet jelly. That would be amazing. Just sitting on the shelf on a little antique embroidered cloth. I want violet jelly set. I swear. I'm going to send you all my violets, Karen. When you open a box and it's just a bunch of dirty, bulby roots, that came from me. They're not bulby even. I don't know the word. Sarah said Alice squirrels. It could be squirrels on your roof. Victoria said violet leaves were used as a cancer remedy before when you treated yourself. Really? Well, now I feel bad for digging them out. I mean, I leave them in the grass because the bees love them. Rita said, talking about chickens reminded me to get... See? Alice said, Sarah... Haha, likely someone that heavy-footed. They're shaking the whole building. Oh, gosh. Okay, Michelle said... Oh, toast. You put it on the toast. Really? Carrie said, does all the squirrel and raccoon... talk make anyone hungry for them? I'm not. I'm getting hungry for botanas though, but John will be home soon. Brenda said I haven't eaten yet today. Barbecue chicken sounds delicious, but unfortunately too lazy to do anything about it right now. That's what cereal is for. Sarah said, Alice, big fat heavy squirrels. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Oh, it is beautiful jelly. Do you use only the flowers for that, Michelle? I love it. You guys are so dang creative. You really are. Venus said, chicken manure is good for your garden, but put it out after your garden is done in the fall. It's hot and needs over winter to break down. If you plant right after putting it down, yes, will burn your plants. Yeah. There's more types of that fertilizer that will do that. You know, you just got to be careful. Karen said, OMG, Trish, best present ever. I have wild iris to trade. Done. The only thing is it might have a few weeds mixed in. Oh, and a chicken. Oh, wow. I'm not taking any chickens. John would kill me. And honestly, I don't want another animal to take care of. I'm good right now. Elspeth said, my earbud batteries are dying. I keep hearing violent jelly. That's not quite right. But it would make a great band name. Violent Jelly. Evie said people used to have dandelions in their yards 50 years ago and they were all proud of it. I do not mess with the dandelions. The bees love those too. Jen said, oh, I actually made it. Yay, Jen. Hope everyone's been having a great day so far. We have. Michelle said, oh, yes, only the flowers. Okay. Carrie said, that's what cereal... See? It is true. Cereal is for when you're too lazy to make anything or whatever, and you still need to eat. Alice said things are getting real here. Rita said people also used to rake their yards instead of cut grass. Really? You mean that rake the, like, What does that mean? Break the taller grass and like just break it? Elizabeth said to carry cereal is good for any meal at any time of day. I agree. 100%. Tracy said dandelions are some of the earliest blooms and very important to bees. I mean, probably you guys will think I'm crazy, but I have been trying to get John to replace the whole lawn with clover. Bye, Lisa. Linda said my grandpa used to make dandelion wine all the time. Have you ever read the book? It is so good. Oh, Rita said no grass, just dirt. Okay. Oh, I see. I got it. Okay. Well, I also could share a lot of dandelions, but I don't feel bad about it at all. And I don't care what people think. We used to live in a subdivision where everyone's lawn was perfect, and I didn't move to the country for that. You know? Elizabeth fried dandelions in a little bit of butter. Really? Like the whole plant, Elizabeth? Just the flower? Talk to me. Mindy said I used to want a chamomile lawn, but clover would work. Chamomile is so pretty. Can you do that for a lawn? I love it. Chris said I heard on NPR that dandelions are a sign of soil health, that the root taps deeply into the soil and keeps it aerated. Interesting. You can use dandelion. I've heard that for, well, I haven't heard dye, I don't think, but maybe. Salad, wine, and tea. Kimberly said I make dandelion tea. Here you can make jelly from them too. Interesting. Black Crow is planting mini clover this spring. Is it mini clover that's better? I really want to do that. Will it choke out the grass? I have so many questions. Like, do we actually have to remove the grass? Can you just plant it on top? Andrea said I bought a big bag of clover seed to rework our backyard this year. I hope it works out. Fingers crossed. I would love to hear how it goes. Carrie said when I lived on the base in 29 Palms, California, it was too dry and hot for grass unless you watered it as a full-time job. We were required to rake our yards. So if you can't grow grass, why do you need a rake? Rhonda said dandelion leaves used to be used in salads, but it has latex in it. So if you're allergic to really latex, stay away from dandelions. Oh, I think John might be home. Brenda said, I love clover in the grass, but most people try to get rid of it. I love it. But the bees like it so much that I'm scared to walk through it. Okay, just the flower. I'm going to try that, Elizabeth. Elspeth said dandelion yellow petals sprinkled over a salad. I love it. Sharon said I heard people batter and fry Queen Anne's lace. So when I was a kid, my dad told me that you could eat the roots. They're kind of parsnippy. And I ate it many times. Queen Anne's lace. Mindy said I tried to start white and pink dandelions last year. I didn't even know there were any. Yes, but last year, but the extra hot weather hit at the wrong time. Yes, chamomile lawns are a thing. I'm looking them up. I love chamomile. It's so cute. Hey, lady said my entire lawn died last summer because of the drought. That is so sad. Only thing that stayed green was dandelions because they can go real deep. Creeping thyme instead of grass. Look at you guys are the best. Oh, but it's after 3, you guys. I have to go. I'm sorry. He just came home with my food too. I heard the garage door shut, so I gotta go and eat. We skipped lunch. So you guys have a great, couple of days. I'll see you on Tuesday. I really appreciate you. I'm so glad that you're still coming to Sunday Lives and having fun. And I love watching everybody get to be friends. It's so much fun. Just watching it is so much fun. So Have a great rest of your Sunday or Monday if you're Tanya. Bye, guys.